Put this down so I don't cut myself
We're
again.
not at Gen Con, but we want to be.
Yeah, we do. So
I'll
many
tell you what.
people went. I part of me too
Yeah,
was like, nobody's gonna go. The whole COVID thing, and there's a lot of companies that didn't, and a lot of companies that did that made a big discussion about COVID restrictions and stuff like that. I never thought they would just. I don't
L-
know.
let me ask you this: do you think a lot of those companies regret it now?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
everyone's fine.
I think another factor of everything as well, which is why you see a lot of limited games and there was a lot of concern about pre-ordering before Gen Con, was because shipping costs is expensive. Like they didn't all drive. So you have companies that would have to fly in or or fly in through the states with all that product. That's going to cost them a lot of money now.
That's true, but it looks like people are desperate to get out and do something.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest thing I've noticed, partially in the Bowers and just on social media, is the RPG fans are like really happy because it seems like that the halls for those are just booming, which is nice to see. I know a lot of what they do involves having to be in person, to have the real experience. So it's kind of nice um, to see that going on.
Well, Sam,
Play. No one I know really
there's
likes them.
the thing is, there's always BGG Con this fall with your boy. So
That's
I got the
hilarious.
One Plus. Um,
You're still trying to live that dream. You
desperate.
could just say, you know what, Chase, you need to let me get off the first week of December, no exceptions. I'm VP now.
They've already knocked down. He's going to PAX Unplugged.
Not just me, a
Hold on,
lot of
so my little girl's trying to get in. Keep talking.
not just me, a lot of people are going to PAX Unplugged, which
Oh,
I'm excited for. I mean, I
goofball.
go because I can just drive there, 45 minutes, go there, come back. I can keep commuting. I don't got to pay for an expensive hotel. Because in Philly, whew, pray those people.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun, no doubt. But unfortunately, that's the week I can't go. Come here, come here. I tried to get that exact time off, and I got turned down.
Any board games I've played?
Battleship, Clue, Candyland. I'll tell you something here, Bubba's. Why do y'all keep closing the door? I'm so confused by this. Anyway, Battleship used to be one of my favorite games as a kid. I've never in my entire life loved Clue. Um,
Hmm.
Monopoly, I played all the time. I had a little cigar box that had the McDonald's Monopoly in it
Oh,
and a
yeah.
bunch of random pieces from another Monopoly game that we lost the board to. And it had an old deck of Monopoly cards. And I'd bring it out and I'd play by myself because no one really wanted to play that much with me. So I do that. And Candyland we used to play all the time, and I used to
Yeah.
think those lands were delicious. Bubba,
Yeah, that
come
was
here,
technically my
come here,
first board
come
game
here.
I've ever played was Candyland because my mom loved that
Say
game.
hello to Bernardo.
But Sorry, we played a lot, even though that's one of the few games that actually frustrates me because
Yeah.
like you hit a Sorry card and like it stops being who's winning and more like you got me last time, I'm getting you back. I don't like
Don't
those
close
games.
the door. They're gonna be knocking on it in just another minute. They keep closing the door. Sorry, but no. To be honest, Rob, there's a vintage game called Subsearch, which is amazing. It's like Battleship on steroids.
That's
Um,
a little
a
dropping.
replacement from Monopoly is Hotel Tycoon, or just
Payday,
Hotels.
you can get
Is that what
Payday
it was
at the
called?
store.
It
You
was
can get
called
Payday.
Hotels, right?
Yeah, hotels. Yeah, Payday
That's a
you
fun
can
one.
get.
What's a replacement for Clue? Chocolate Factory for Candyland. I'm kidding. I don't know a replacement for Candyland,
A
but
placement for Clue would probably be Detective Club is a good one. Like a direct correlated game for Clue. I don't know. I mean, I
well,
don't
there's
think
nothing
there's
wrong. I mean,
anything wrong with.
the classics are classics because
Mhm.
everyone plays them. Everyone's played them.
Now,
And that's why
Candyland, every game. Monopoly, every other game you just said, better. Tornado Rex has the same Candyland card drawing, so we'll go with that.
Alex, nice story. I'm not going to post that though. All right, so I
Uh
used to
oh,
play
I want to
Stratomac
really.
baseball. And I play both teams. Hey, I still do that, Jamie, every year. In fact, I don't
Nice.
know, Jamie, if I don't think you're on a team yet, but I need to put you on a team. This guy's on a team. So is Luke. So is a few people. I put some of my friends on these teams. I play a whole season of Stramac baseball, and I have 2 leagues, single and married, and then they play all the way to a championship. Every year I've played that. The season gets shorter every year because with my girls I don't have as much time to play.
As
But
long as you don't put me on the Mets, I'll be pretty happy.
no, they're made up teams too.
Oh, good.
So hush your mouth.
Mets.
You'd be proud to serve on the
So
Mets.
you got
team.
the Mets, then is what you're saying.
There you go. Yeah, there's tons of things in Monopoly. Norm, that's one thing he's good at is putting those different versions of Monopoly out. Did you cut yourself again?
No, I just touched it and oh my god, that sent a whole jolt through my hand. Woo.
Is it electronic?
Might be. Like Dark Tower. It's bad.
I've never played Stratego. Believe it or not.
I am scared to touch my hand now. Oh god. I've never
If you
played
develop
Stratego.
superpowers, let me know. We'll get to what he's doing in a minute, but have you ever played Stratego?
No, I haven't. I've not.
Murder, She Wrote. There's a good one. There's a good one.
Isn't that the game that left your collection?
It did leave my collection. A buddy of mine's a big Murder, She Wrote fan, and I couldn't find anyone who wanted to play it with me. And you have to have more than one player, which, it's kind of hard, but that's a fun game.
I played. And actually, I've seen 3 military.
Yeah. Tank Battle is really fun. I really enjoy that. And Chopper Strike. They have remade Tank Battle. It's called, what's it called? Tank Command.
Oh, yeah, that's a part of the Mission Command series.
It's a part of the Mission Command series. It's cheaper, and it's really, I think I'd probably get that better if I'd have known about it back then.
Chopper Strike always looked cool to me, but I never felt like it was worth picking up. I don't know. Maybe something.
It's fun. It's fun. It's 2-player though, but it's fun. I've played Armada, not on a tabletop simulator, but I played Armada with Brian Borg from Twin Suns Foundation, and it's a fun story. He can probably tell it better than I can, but I did not understand how to play. So I stacked my command tokens backwards in the absolute way I wanted them to go through. And so my whole plan was to go backwards. Well, he assumed that I was going to do the regular moves. And it just so happened doing all these moves backwards put him in a very compromising position toward the end. And I won immediately at the first round. I blew up his big ship and everything. Like he didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh no, I stacked these backwards. But if I'm playing, I'll go, nope, no take backsies, no take backsies. I'll say, if I made a mistake, I'll own it. I'll say, no, that's fine. I didn't know, so let's just go ahead. That's my fault. And because I'm sure he gave me good instructions, I just didn't understand, and ended up winning the game. He was very nice about it. I wouldn't have been like, you lucky. Because I did not out strategize him. I was like Jar Jar Binks out there.
It can be such a long game. That's the big issue I have with that game. And to also play it on Tabletop Simulator, set up my computer that long does not sound fun.
Yeah, I mean, Armada. I'm not big into. Those are some Thrawn tag. I'm telling you, actually, it's if Jar Jar would have taken control. And then Thrawn would have been like, wait, what is going on? And been beaten by Jar Jar by complete accident. That's more of the analogy I'd go for.
Wasn't Jar Jar like the fan favorite though?
I think Brian, I don't want to brag for Brian, but I think he's the best at Armada. Dylan can't be beat in X-Wing. That's his game.
Oh, word? That's a dice game. Let's go. I love dice games. I get lucky.
X-Wing is?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think you roll dice to attack. Yeah.
Stratego is Alex's go-to one there.
It's like a chess game, except you don't know what the pieces can do. It is a cool concept. I've never played it. And I say like a chess game, it's not similar, but it's like you move your pawns. So chess, checkers, Stratego.
So tell people why you're trying to take apart a Magic 8-Ball.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to tell them the IP.
Oh, you can't tell them that. But
I'm creating a board game, so I'm trying to get this bad boy out. But, yeah, not yet. I'll be pitching it heavy.
Village is the go-to game. Have you played Village, Bernardo?
I don't even know what Village is. I'm about to look it up.
I have played My Village, and I thought I would like it, and I did not. I absolutely did not like it. I can't remember why, but I remember being very disappointed because one of the games I tried at BGG Con, I was like, oh, this is not fun. And then someone said that I got the wrong one, and I should have tried Village instead of My Village, and maybe I got them confused. This is so long ago, I just can't remember. But
this game.
Then hold on. Here, let me take this down. Hold on.
For Peeps, interesting.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And it also has an expansion, I believe.
It has that Euro vibe to it. The vibe that scares me.
How do you feel about puzzle, Rubik's Cube? Well, I always loved a Rubik's Cube, but I sucked at it.
I used to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube in 60 seconds in my prime. I got bored quick. I was like, all right, I did it. I'm done.
There it is. Okay, so My Village is not good, but Village is amazing. I need to, you know what? Let me add that because I believe that may have been what happened is someone told me, make sure I got the right village here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think this is the one I should have done. Yeah, this is probably the one I should have done. Okay, next time. Well, let me do the whole. I always test and see. You know, when it says other games you may like, let's see where this ranks. Oh, it's doing pretty good. Oh my gracious me. Oh, it's at a 10. That means it is a must play. It's at an 11. Okay, that's a high ranking for me.
Wow. Yeah,
so
that looks
I'll
like
have to try that one. If it's 10 or more, that means I'll probably most likely love it. There is a chance I'll hate it, but the chances are against it. So, but you know what? It sounds like Animal Crossing there. Oh man, go for it. Great.
Yeah, well, speaking of Alex from Board Game Co. on his new weekend video, he said he's going to be playing Runestones by Queen Games. I can't wait to hear his thoughts since he'll be playing it before I ever get that to the table.
Okay. Well, Runestones, that's one. Because I'm up for it because it's Queen. You're up for it because you love it.
It looks so great, and the rules read really well. I like what it does, but I don't know how it plays.
I think Babes and Board Games got it right because I think someone had told me to play Village, but for some reason it got mixed up to My Village. And I was not impressed with My Village. Again, I can't remember. It's been so long.
Too many hurricanes.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try Village. I'll try Village next time. That's funny though, because I'll forget about games. Like there was another game that I wanted to play for years, and I just finally got it this year. Battle Cry. You know, the old Civil War battle game, VMV. And oh my, I got the nice 150th Civil War anniversary edition. And that thing is a gem.
It looks nice.
If I was to do top 100 board games, it'd be in a top 10 spot easily.
Vintage ones? No.
Battle Cry? Yes.
Really? The electronic one?
No, not electronic Battle Cry.
Oh.
The regular Battle Cry. There's two types. Electronic is more of a World War I, World War II-esque game in a way. You know, them with the helmets on trying to take the hill. This one is North versus South. It's different. It's funny that Electronic Battle Cry is not the same as Battle Cry at all, theme-wise at all. But what Go For It is, Alex, a game that you might not enjoy. You really have to. I believe it's an 80s game without any pop culture references. That's what it is. True, plain and simple. Because it doesn't rely on pop culture like Rubik's Cubes or, you know, fun cartoons or TV shows. It doesn't revolve around pop culture, but it gives you the essence of what it was like to be in the 80s. Oh yeah, Wolverton's great. He's great. Sadly, just relegated to Scholastic. What's your current collection count? You're at 91.
Hey, that's like asking my age.
All right, so don't count expansions. I won't count expansions, and I am a little high in that count. I'm above the 300 mark. Vintage games account for 116, 117 of that, and then the other 187. Oh no, I have more than that now. Never mind, I have more than 300 because I have over 200 and something games, so it's over 300. No, that was just for one. That was just for one. Chris cracking me up during that stream.
200. I thought all guests on streams were required.
What you had, by the way, he didn't. Oh, hi Babs. Hi Babs. Wait, missed your thing. Hi. By the way, hello.
Infidel.
Hello. Good evening. Got to see a little bit of his stream. I was with the girls. We were shopping, so I was in and out on that stream with you, Josh. But hold on. I was given an offer to sell Star Wars review. Quick opinion on if paying for Dinner's hard version. Oh, I don't know. Is that book rare? I didn't think that book was that rare. I don't know. You can get it for 30. There you go. So it's not.
If you don't have nostalgia on the physical copy you got, sell it.
But anyway, Babes and Board Games. This dude doesn't even know how many he has because he has too many. And in fact, better question would be how many hasn't he played? Because that's going to be about equal to my collection.
Oh, I didn't.
Probably over 300.
I'm gonna have to get that on my laptop in a little bit because I was showing Luke one of the things I'm doing for my podcast, which at 1K market's coming out. We're getting close, but it's gonna be a Shelf of Shame where I have this really sad music where every time a game comes off of my Shelf of Shame and gets played, I'm gonna play it. It's perfect. I'm so hyped for it. But yeah, I do have a lot of unplayed games. I need a board game group that like wants to play board games. I have groups that will play ridiculous games. Like Necromodes was the easy one to get. Play with, you get to be a big kid, but something like Nemesis, Terraforming Mars, I don't have people that will play that, but I bought them because the big box of Terraforming Mars, I knew if I hated it, I could resell it. Worst case scenario, which I don't want to. Nemesis is Alien, which I love Alien, so why wouldn't I buy that?
One group for vintage board games that I rediscovered this year was TSR Games. I didn't know they were back. TSR Games, the ones that did Dragonlance, Buck Rogers in the Battle for 25th Century, Web of Gold. They're back. They're doing Dungeon and Dragon stuff, or RPG stuff, but that's what they were famous for. But their games, whenever they dipped their little pinky toe into board games, they came up with some solid hits. And they've been the most impressive vintage company for me this year. The most impressive company for this year, for me, who's kind of surprised me a little bit more, Ravensburger, maybe. They've come out with a few more games than I've got. I've gotten more Ravensburger games than anything this year, maybe.
Yeah, same. Ravensburgers, I mean, they're also on the Target wave as well. They did Alien, Fate of the Nostromo. Go check it out at your local Target, people. I'm going to put in the plug, yo. But yo, I got it. And I got all the expansions I've been waiting for. So I bought Rumble Slam. I've been wanting this game for a while. I grew up as a kid watching a lot of wrestling.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's look at this one. You just got that in.
Yeah. I haven't opened it. And I told myself I wasn't going to buy it if I couldn't get this character because he was out of stock for forever. And I wanted him because he looked hilarious and I can't wait to paint it. It's a piñata. It's a freaking piñata. It's got candy on it. I needed to have it. And then I got one that I'm going to start doing what people are doing and painting them the way the characters should have been, even though they couldn't afford the IP. Like, yo, that's Goku or Vegeta. One of them. And then we got this guy who people were painting the T-Rex to look like Barney. You best believe I'm hopping on that wave. But yeah, I'm excited. There's the T-Rex. I didn't really show him. Cool. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a skirmish dice game.
That's exciting. It's been a while since I've gotten anything in on my own. Well, look at this.
It's been a while. What?
Dr. Britt Baker is one of her favorites.
My favorite as a kid was Goldberg because I was basic, but I liked Sting because they used to do the whole makeup and stuff. So I liked him, but Goldberg was just freaking unstoppable.
I mean, I think everyone loved Goldberg back in the
Yeah, he
day.
was
My
unstoppable. He
roommate
was
loved
ridiculous.
Goldberg. Yeah, he had the thing going on, and he was, my favorites. It depended, I was a big Billy Kidman fan. Of course, I like the regulars like Triple H and The Rock. Um,
Yeah, the
my,
Rock.
my wife, I think I've told this before, but she knew Ted DiBiase Jr. She went to college with him.
Oh wow.
And so she'd stay at Ted, or she'd go over to Ted DiBiase's house. She's seen the belt, the dollar sign belt, and they said his house is full of pictures with other wrestling stars. It was
You know,
really cool.
you know, the Dream board game show, which the fact that no celebrity has kind of dived into the outside of like Will Wheaton of like board gaming industry, it would be so funny to get like these celebrities to play some of these games. Like I always imagine like playing Fireball Island with like The Rock and like Kevin Hart. That would just be the funniest thing in the world. Like play with these people's family, go into the living room, host a game night, and just record a whole live thing of just that'd be that'd be a riot. But
I,
The Rock, I remember people used to boo him back in the day, yo. He didn't get no love in wrestling in the beginning.
I remember
WCW,
Undertaker.
WWF. So much
Yeah,
controversy with McMahon.
yeah.
Don't poach.
Here you go. Here's your go check out Dr. Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa Lights Out match from 2020.
Oh, this is new. Oh yeah, I haven't seen done more for women. No one has done more for women in wrestling than the good act Dr. Britt Baker. I want to look at her. See what she looks like.
Go ahead.
Britt Baker.
Go ahead. Look it up. Man, she switched from board games to wrestling. She should be on the show. Those are two random topics, I think. I guess they go hand in hand in a way. We got a lot of people talking about the Undertaker.
Bro,
Had a few
what?
friends who were Undertaker fans.
I don't know if this is her getting hit or she's trying to do an impersonation
Let's
of
see.
Carrie.
Let's see. Hold on.
She trying to replicate Carrie, or is
Well,
she
she may have had her. She may have had a cut. You know,
But
how they
I
cut
won't do her
themselves.
that dirty. Hold up, she's a pretty girl. Let's see.
All right, let's see. There you go. Bam. I don't watch. You know what? I don't watch today's. And someone was telling me. Someone was telling me that I should because it's gotten better.
That's what's my friend.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! She do got her head split in a ladder by a ladder in the match.
Oof.
There you go. There's the answer to your question.
Damn.
Shoot, I got to meet the Hardy Boys once. I got a picture somewhere. It's somewhere in my Google file drive or whatever of me and Jeff Hardy, together because he was a really cool guy. This is back before he signed back on. I don't know where he is now, but he was on WWE for a small stint after a hiatus with.
Wasn't the Hardy Boys a detective book series?
Yes, and they were also a tag team.
Because I was like, wait a minute, what? That's funny. What a rip. How dare they steal?
But anyway, I just remember I was really happy. Am I from North Carolina? No, I'm not. Louisiana is where I am.
Oof.
But we used to, in fact, in the back seat of my trunk, we used to do, if everyone remembers this, it was a big deal back in the late 90s. We both got Southern accents. Yes, we do. Yeah, Brock was on the rise, but I remember that. But no, we used to do backyard wrestling. Backyard wrestling was a thing. People did it. It got kind of dangerous for us. It was more about showing off and tricking my audience than it was anything else. For instance, we had 2 bottles of lighter fluid. One was real lighter fluid. Someone lit up a stick and started swinging it, and I was dodging everything. Well, then I unarmed them from the stick. The stick falls to the ground. Someone else put it out, and we're there wrestling. And then I finally, he finally knocks me down. Judas slams me down on the ground, and then he goes back to get the lighter fluid. It's the fake one. When no one's watching, we had someone switch it out, and it was just water. And he's spraying me down with water. And so he lights a match and drops it. And I'm supposed to do this real quick to act like it didn't get me. Well, the thing is, the light went out. I didn't see him drop the match. I wasn't paying. I was acting like I was still knocked out, and the match fell and went out right before it got me. And everyone gasped because they thought he's about to light Matt on fire. And so we do things like that. That one time, I can't remember what it was, but when we did a fight and I fell over, I had blood capsules. And I remember I popped some into my mouth, and then I got up and he swung. It was plastic. It was one of those little I can't remember what it was, but it was some kind of plastic beam. You know, like when you make those little plastic jungle gyms for kids. It was one of those, and he swung and hit me in the face. Now, it wasn't a big hit. It wasn't a big hit. But when I hit out that blood, everyone went, "Oh, it's all fake. It's all
See,
fake."
these are the kids my mom didn't let me hang out with.
I'm telling you, we had a great time. We'd film them and then I'd send them out to everyone. But then we made up our own wrestling. Some kid up in Detroit made his own wrestling belt and challenged me. When he found out I was going up to Detroit, I said, "Sure, we'll do one." And I thought that was funny. We filmed it and showed it to everyone. Well, then that belt traveled. It went from me, it went to Canada, it went to California, it went back to Louisiana, it went to Virginia. And then somehow along the line, someone came back. And either I don't think I traveled. I think they came to me and they had the belt that I had created or that kid had created years ago. And he challenged me and we went at it again and he gave me the belt. So I still have it. And there's tag team belts, which the tag team is split up now. There were these two girls that they went around everywhere. But now it's supposedly, last time I talked to the girl, which was about 3 years ago, she said that her tag team championship belt is still, I said, you have to keep these in the trunk of your car because anytime, anywhere, someone can challenge you. And so she said it's still in her trunk. And the other girl who moved out to California, she still has hers in her trunk. This was 3 years ago. I don't know if they still have it, but both of mine are still in the trunk. So if you want to challenge me for the heavyweight or I am the undefeated hardcore champion. The rule about the hardcore champion is they have to take the hardest bump during the game. Like, there was one time I was supposed to lose. I was tired. I was winning it because I was doing all the special things. Went, okay, guys, now we found some drywall. We put up on these two sawhorses, and we were going to have someone fall off this ladder, just get pushed off the ladder and fall down and fall through the, drywall. Drywall is going to break their falls. And it's a 6-foot ladder. It's going to be fine. But you get to grab the belt as they're pushing you off, as they're kicking the ladder out from underneath you. So you grab onto the belt and fall through the thing. And I said, okay, which one of y'all want it? Because we were planning this out before we performed it. And he goes, I don't want to do that. And my other brother goes, I don't want to do it. I went, guys, I don't want to keep the belt. I said, we need to move. The belt needs to move around. And they said, you do it. And I was like, if I do it, I get to keep it. And we're not going to do this for a while then. I'm going to keep it for a long time. They said, that's fine. And I did. And I went through that tape. It scared the daylights out of me too, because I did not want to do it. But I did it. It looked great too. And I retained the belt, and I've still had the hardcore. The only thing was I was finally gonna drop the belt in Missouri. I was going to see some friends in Missouri, and he had an idea for a hardcore match. I went, absolutely. I said, but the only thing is you win. I said, because I want to carry around 2 belts. He said, yeah, I'll take the belt from you. He said, can I? I said, yes, that's the thing. The belt has to move. But then I couldn't get up there for some. I can't remember. Something happened. We couldn't make it. We couldn't make it happen. So I'm still the owner of 2 belts. The light heavyweight champion, which I'm sure he's thrown it away now because he's a multimillionaire. He didn't care about us anymore. He was up in Canada. Those were the belts we had. So I still hold those belts. I wish I could show some of those videos.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are these videos at?
All those are. Well, you could get it. I think I got a lot of that converted to VCD. I don't know where those are there now.
Wait, you got VCR? You got them on VHS or something?
Well, remember they were on VHS, and then I got them converted to a DVD format, and I don't know where they are.
Maybe you still got the VHSs though.
Maybe when I clean my room, no, the VHSs are probably gone by now, or they're dead. But
I can convert those.
I converted what I could, so maybe some of those matches are on there. But I used to just make copies and send it out and then delete it because I thought I'd never watch it again. That was really stupid, but Yeah, you need footage of that. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. My favorite one, which I know we don't have one anymore. We used to do trampoline. You jump off the trampoline onto someone else. That was your big. But you wrestled on the trampoline for the most part. And the best one, it was the time I lost some belt. I can't remember. I dropped a belt there. My brother did a little swan dive, and he was supposed to miss me, like hit right after me, and he landed right on top of me. I go like that, and I just rolled back over, and he pinned me over. I was like, hurry up, because I was in so much pain because he hit right in the center of me.
So
but it
these
would look good.
videos
It
either
looked
look
good.
amazing and ridiculous for no reason,
Oh,
or they're gonna look so corny. It's gonna be the greatest thing we've ever seen.
Those they were really corny. The last one we recorded was really good. I mean, there's a few hokey things that happened, like a bucket was supposed to be put on my head, and then someone's supposed to hit me with a stick upside the head, but the bucket's going to protect my head. But the thing is, the bucket fell. I went like this, and the bucket fell off, and I had to put it back on real quick.
We're about to see all these dudes in leotards.
They put it on my head too quick as I was getting up, and so it started to fall off, and I grab it and make sure I have it back on my head when he hits me. But there's a lot of cool little things that we did for that one, and it was a triple match, 3-way match, and they did. And the thing is, they weren't afraid of doing a few. We'd saw some sticks, so when it hit you, it snapped. I mean, everything's fake. You got a few scraps and bruises, but nothing. No one ever got seriously hurt during any of this. I made sure of that. I didn't want anyone getting hurt over it. We weren't like those crazy people you'd see on those videos, but
rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
I'm telling you, that's right. That was a lot of fun. Lights out match. Women bleeding a lot. There you go. Is that on tape? Some of them are. I'll have to find them.
Yeah, this is kind of gold.
I actually was told never to get a truck because people will always ask you to move.
100%. Why would I want a truck to help?
You have a truck, people will always ask you to move. I wanted one, Sam, that was going to be my first car I was going to get was a truck, first type of vehicle. And my buddy goes, dude, you don't want a truck because then everyone will ask you to move. I was like, yeah, I never got a truck.
And I don't know what I would need a truck for. Like, I'm not
carrying now I don't want a truck. I wouldn't want a truck even if a truck was a better price or whatever. I just wouldn't do it. I mean, well, obviously because I got kids now, but even then I have no desire to have a truck. But I'll be honest, every time I move, I wish I knew more people with trucks.
Oh, I know people with trucks. That's the key part.
Yeah. I was like, what is this guy here? No, we didn't, but here's what we did do. People would come by my house and we'd do videos and we'd punk people. So it wasn't exactly jackass. Even though some people did do jackass stunts, but I would just go in there and we'd punk people. And my brother was more into the damaging, just being a hoodlum, and I was not into that. But I was all about the prank. There were these kids used to hang out at the local, drugstore. And that's what, before the internet, kids would just hang out in the parking lot, maybe asking, Mister, can you buy me some beer? Here's some $20. You buy me a beer, you can keep the change. Buy me some beer, get me and my buddies a 6-pack. It's just that kind of stuff. Well, I always I said, how pathetic. We need to offer them some form of entertainment. So what I would do, I had a scream mask, a scream outfit. My roommate wanted to do this. I was going to do it at first, but my roommate goes, no, let me do it. He dressed up in the scream outfit and we'd play, who sang Mambo No. 5? Who's that singer? Do you know? You know the song I'm talking about?
I do.
Mambo No. 5 was his big song. Well, on that album, I had the album, or he had the album. I can't remember. So one of us had the album, and there was another song on it called Baby, I'm a Freak Once in a Week. It was another song on the album. And so we'd play that one, and he would just go at it, and he looked crazy in that scream mask and everything. And it was Lou Bega.
I saw that. I literally just read it. He said
Lou Bega. I was running through another song that I'd sing of his, but he would just dance up and down the parking lot. It was so, and I'd get their responses. Then we'd drive off, and it was so funny. We'd go everywhere. We'd do that at nights. I remember some guy was not having fun at his bachelor party. I didn't go because I don't drink. And that's all they're going to do is drink beer and just kind of men, whatever. I was like, okay, I'm not going to go because, and I even told him, I said, dude, so it's just going to be drinking and he said, yeah, just drinking, hanging out. I said, okay. And I came up for a little while. I said, hey, good. hey, congratulations. I'll be there tomorrow at the wedding. Can't wait. Oh, yay. Woo. Okay, but I'm going to go because I don't drink and this is kind of boring. And so I go back home. Well, after a while, a lot of people left. And he goes, this kind of sucks. He went, I want to do something fun. And they said, well, Matt can think of stuff. So then he drove back over to my house. I said, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, we ended the party early. He said, hey, you want to go out and film some videos? I was like, yeah, about what? He went, I don't know. What do you want to do? I said, I've always got some ideas. My best one, I'd look around the apartment, see if I had anything. My best one is in the fridge. All I had left in my fridge was orange juice and salsa. Now, you know, that's a college kid, right? But I said, you know what? This is perfect. You combine both into your mouth. And when you puke, it looks like vomit. Chunky orange vomit. I said, yeah, let's do this. And so you put as much as your mouth, and then you walk around outside, you know, not messing up the parking lot was the most thing we got messy. And then you just go,
they didn't care about no one's carpet.
And you watch people just step back, like, you know, and that was a lot of fun. And we did that. I can't remember. We did something else too, but we had a really fun night. But we would do silly, stupid stuff like that. And to be honest, all those, I'm not making this up, all those tapes are gone. My camera bag, my camera got stolen one night. It was my fault. I left it unattended. We were at a convention, and I thought if I pushed it in the back against the wall, no one would get that. With me, I had to go get something. I had to go get something, and for some reason I couldn't. Oh, no. I was going to get I can't remember. For some reason I didn't want to carry it around with me. So I put the whole bag down, left, came back and went, oh, okay. I didn't report it because I said someone saw me. They took it as a joke. And see, when someone tries to play a joke on me like that, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait till that person finally goes, aren't you going to ask for, or Matt, you going to get your camera? Then I know it's you, you know. But that whole night, no one said anything. Well, then, of course, I forgot. And then the next morning I was like, oh, dang. I said, okay, guys, who took my camera last night? I need it back, please. I said, it's really funny joke. I said, I didn't say anything last night, but I knew it was gone. And they said, we didn't take it. I said, come on, please. I said, guys, really, seriously, I need it. No, someone had really stolen it that whole time. It was, you know, I reported it stolen the next day, but they're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're never going to find my camera. But I was almost wanting to say, look, if you know who did it, tell them, keep the camera, give me the tapes, because I keep all of it. It was one of those old school video cameras where you stuck in the tape and you'd play it through the video screen. So I wanted to show people all of our crazy hijinks. So I'd bring the tapes in here. Let me show some funny stuff. I said, you know, I'd show them all the funny clips and stuff. So all my tapes were in there, and that was a huge mistake, and I regret that because I kept the best tapes in there at all times so I could play it. This is back before the digital cloud world, you know. So, dog. The only things that got, if you look at my early videos, those were some of the pranks I used to play. Those are just the pranks on the college campus, but it used to be a lot more than that. Used to be a lot more.
Oh yeah, we used to prank all the time. We never really recorded those. About the silliest thing we did as a kid, we used to love filming these. It would be a balloon fight. So instead of like water, you could do it in the house. You would just get these balloons. You get ones from like Walmart because they're hard to pop. And you would just take them inflated, one in each hand, and you would just smash them against each other's head to try to get it to pop. And we would just bounce around, run around the house, just trying to chase each other and pop these balloons that like were hard to pop. So it was like our makeshift sock and bobbers, except we wanted them to pop instead of the actual tragedy that kept happening when you actually had sock and bobbers.
But, yeah. That's just so good times.
Mm-hmm.
Good time. I just kind of wonder. I mean, my channel would have been a lot different if y'all had known me back then. If I'd have posted more frequently back then.
Yeah, who you tell?
But see, even then, YouTube was something I'd do every once in a while. I'd post something on there. No one was really watching me back then. And so I didn't post that much. Most of the stuff was kept, you know, just to show all my friends. I'd pop it in. Because back then, you didn't want to huddle around. All you had was a big computer with a desktop. You didn't want to have everyone huddle around the computer and play your favorite video. That wasn't how things worked. Playing them through the camcorder, and you could hook your camcorder directly up to your TV back then too. So you would just hook it up to your TV, and then you'd play whatever you wanted to see. So I never thought about uploading things to YouTube. So for the longest, a lot of that stuff, my favorite one, and it's really stupid, but it's called Taco to the Face. It was off of someone welched on a bet that if he would have, I can't remember what the bet was, but he thought he had it. I said, look, we all agreed to take the bet. I said, but we'll all take the bet. But it was like, there was a taco we had, and we were going to smash that taco in someone's face, just slap someone with the taco, one of those stale tacos in the face. I said, look, we'll do it, but you got no welching. But he was sure he was going to win. He said, yeah, I won't welch. And he ended up losing, and he refused to do it. And for a full year, he said, well, I'll let y'all do it. It's just not the right time, not the right time. Well, when we finally decided just to get him and do it, I think it's just called Taco to a Face, and we did it. Oh, he was so mad. He was so mad that we did that to him. Now I put it on YouTube too, but that was back when no one was watching. There's another one, but I can't find it on my YouTube channel. And I guess I just recorded it myself. But after someone saw that, they wanted to know what else was funny. And they thought a pancake or waffle to the face was funny. And I remember this video because I shot it with my cousins. And my cousins just were in town, and they thought, slapping each other with waffles and then with syrup, of course, to the waffle. And they were just being goofy. But I guess maybe I just didn't, because back then I just didn't think, I need to post this to YouTube. No one was watching.
Pancake on my face makes me extra happy. I don't know if anyone knows.
So hey, speaking of, if no one knows this, but Tabletop Island is actually a channel on YouTube.
I am.
What made you start your channel?
What made me start my channel? So I was looking at a bunch of channels between yours, Norm's, the Dice Tower. I was learning a lot about like some of the vintage stuff that was out. And I started to realize that they don't do commercials for these games anymore. Like I'd see the vintage one, I'd see the cool commercial. I'm like, oh, this looks so cool. And then you look at some of the new ones. I was like, well, no wonder I can't find out any of these games. They don't exist anymore. I was like, well, this is stupid. And I was like, I guess obvious reason, video games took over. You would rather just make a commercial for that. It sells itself. Take a bunch of cutscenes. You don't have to do anything further. That's where the money was at. So board games made no sense to do it. Not even Hasbro does it, which still blows my mind. But they'll do toy commercials, whatever. But I noticed people didn't do that. So I realized, how cool would it be to do the skits that I used to do? I used to do a lot of like comedy sketches. I used to do a lot of writing. We used to do some pretty decent budget stuff. And I had a Magic series I was going to do. So I was like, I have all this equipment. The only difference is I'll be using it. I don't need any other actors because the pieces can be my actors, and I can just have fun and see how this goes. I can just make wacky ideas and talk about games people don't know exist. And at least with the commercial, I can put those on like quicker platforms like maybe Facebook or maybe now TikTok. I need to get more active on there because it's been doing pretty all right. But to kind of build the audience, to like draw them in and be like, oh, I want to see the rest of what this game has to do. And then I can talk a little bit about it. But the goal was no one had done commercials, and I found a segue to do content creation because I always did content creation, whether it was Magic. I had a Magic channel. I have a bunch of channels all over the place. I had to delete some videos because we had some crazy, crazy things that I was asked to do in videos I didn't write for. We took those down. It was just stupid parts that we did a lot. But yeah, we did a lot of that, and I was like, I finally found something I could do, content creation that I enjoyed. I could play board games with my friends, which kind of the goal was to kind of get my best friend and his wife to kind of play some games together. And that's kind of how it started. That was kind of the motivation to get things. We started with like Payday because I remember that as a kid. Then we saw some others, and it kind of spiraled after that. And I did some of the content creation. I was like, people are gonna watch it. I did it on Twitter. Everyone loved it on Twitter. I was like, oh, this is great. I didn't even like Twitter before board gaming. And I just kind of kept with it ever since. I was like, I mean, people are enjoying it. I get to do commercials for games I already play. Worst case scenario is I can use it as an ad for when I want to ask if someone wants to play this game. I'll be like, look, check out these little ad segments. What game sounds more exciting to you? That was kind of the other reason to do it. Show my friends and sell them the game to want to play with me. But yeah, that's what started.
Nice. I never heard back from my buddy to see if he wanted to come to BGG Con with me.
Oh, it's because he's not going.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him this weekend.
on
I'm gonna say,
live. He's
why are
picking
you
up.
ignoring my text? No, hold on. Let me do this live right here.
I
Just
need
tell
to
him,
hear
why are
him
you
tell
ignoring
you
my text?
no. Live heartbreaks, people.
Why are you ignoring my text? Question mark.
Oh, he
It
ain't
better
even.
be because you're looking into plane tickets for that week.
BGG. Yo, is just no one popular?
Now we know the real reason he isn't coming, because I send messages like that to him.
Why don't you go to Origins? Isn't that like first week of October?
Oh, I can't. That's too early. I can't do that.
No, I could be wrong saying first week October. I don't know what day it is.
Well, I don't know.
Because a lot of people are going to that. I mean, you're gonna see.
No, I mean that would be fun too, but really,
Bowers. I think he said he was going to Origins. That'd be cool. Y'all haven't seen it, and you're interested in seeing what conventions look like, watch Bowers' videos.
Yeah, he's been killing
them.
September 30th. Oh, Jesus, next week. Is that next week? No, that's 2 weeks away, right?
Oof.
14. No, when is that? September 30th through October 3rd. Next week is the 25th.
2 weeks.
So it's 2 weekends away.
How crazy are you? Wait, is Origins close to you? Nah, right? Nah. Oh, what'd he say?
You can't, sorry.
Dang. Heartbreak. You're seeing it live.
Are you gonna make me ask Jeremy? Question mark.
What about your one friend who's like always doing the Star Wars stuff? Dylan is his name? He's always on the couch.
That's who I was texting.
Oh, is it? That's funny. Because he's the guy.
Dylan isn't my friend. I tried to get Dylan to come live here. I'm not hounding anyone else to come live here. I want Dylan to live here. But Dylan's like, no, I'm better than you.
Where does he live?
He lives in California.
Oh God.
I know. He needs to get out.
God forbid you're a smoker and you just light your house on fire. That sounds awful.
But either
I'm just kidding. That's not funny. I mean.
But no, anyway, so that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Go still looking for that plus. I know I can get it. Come on. Because I'll be honest.
Find that one guy commenting on our video, bet we're playing games all day.
And maybe I shouldn't be watching these Gen Con streams, because like I said, it just makes me miss it more. Like I didn't have this desire in me a few days ago before Bauer streams.
Oh yeah, me either. I was like, Gen Con.
By the way, when he's done and he's back home, he needs to hop on a stream with us.
Yeah, he's a riot. Yo, he says the most off the wall things.
Oh, he does. He's insane. Folks, you may not even like board games, but if watching his stream just to see what an interesting character he is, because he's real. He's not faking it.
Oh, he is no filter, my guy.
Mm-mm.
He's like, how am I going to get people to want to talk about stream? Let me get a sign like the homeless person that gave me advice the other day. I'm going to write it in Sharpie and then go to her.
But I ran out of Sharpies, so now I have only some of the letters. I need to borrow a marker from someone.
Instead, he went to a Paint It, and then he painted a sign to hold around that says, let me live stream you your best.
It's great. It's great.
It's ridiculous. He's going around asking people, random people, and they say he gets people that are just revealing their life stories. Like the thing about some guy's mother who passed. I was like, oh my God.
Awkward and outgoing. Nothing stops the man. Nothing embarrasses the man. There's something charming about that too. But it's just great. Bernardo and I have been watching him all the time. Like I'll text him, like, he's back on. Here we go.
He's so good.
It's so fun. It's so fun watching him. It's just fun because it's someone just having fun. Because I think it's someone you can just relate to. Someone you can relate to. And to be honest, you would think, who is this loser? He has a lot of connections in the industry. Like he gets a lot of review copies. He has friends in high places. So he does good, but you can't not like him. He's just a fun guy. Yeah. But we'll have to have him on. And then I hear our vintage Voltron alum, Azure Vol, is out there too.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude needs to come back and give us his rundown, because he's been like radio silent since he's been there. Which, I'll be honest, I wouldn't post anything either. I'd be in the gaming library the whole time.
He posted one picture on Twitter, and that was all I saw.
Well, yeah, because he's playing games.
Well, he's demoing.
I came there to do two things: chew bubble gum and play games. I'm all out of bubble gum. That's what I'd be doing, man. I'd be like, boom.
Yo, I'm going. Don't remind me of that Kickstarter that hasn't fulfilled yet. I don't think.
Like, I'm gonna play. Yeah.
They live Kickstarter.
Or like my Dinosaur World, which is coming in October probably now, because they're all at Gen Con.
Now, the one with your address is part of the ones that got stolen. I'm sorry.
They said they had enough. It won't impact people's orders. But it's funny because everyone else has given up for the year. They've said, well, except for Carrie. But everyone else has given up for the year, saying, hey, guys, just to let you know, shipping. That's all they have to say. And people are like, oh, yeah, I understand shipping. They went, yeah, we can't do it. They can. They just don't want to pay that price. And they're probably waiting, like Carrie, for it to drop. But it's funny how Carrie was the only one to give us that information. No one else has given us that. Like, look, guys, we're looking into options right now.
She's a little optimistic. I'll tell her that.
She's very optimistic, but why would she say, we hear that we are told that the prices will be dropping October, so we'll probably be, and watch. If she's right, and then we get these October updates going, hey guys, it's on the boat. It's coming now. Yeah, because she's honest. At first, we thought that she was.
Wood will go up before.
We thought that she had a creator here in the U.S. that was making everything, because there is a site that sells some of her zombie figures. And I thought, well, maybe she's getting them to mold a few Jeeps and helicopters and other stuff and print cards, and maybe it's all going to be made in the USA. Obviously, it's not now. But I mean, she was saying that till what? End of August. She was still confident they'd get it out to us by the end of the year. And I told, even if it wasn't, let's say if there wasn't a shipping crisis, it was going to be December. February is what I said. Now, I think you're looking at a March, even as far out as May.
All I know is any Kickstarter too that says they're going to fulfill in December, I never believe them. I've never seen anything fulfill. If you say November, I've seen those fulfill, but December, never. Because then they get screwed out by the next year, and then the worst thing happens. Chinese New Year, they didn't count for that delay there.
They never account for it. They always miss it. And then they always later on say, hey guys, sorry, but Chinese New Year. Yet you knew about this.
Instead of December, just say right after Chinese New Year.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I don't mind. Like all my games are just getting twisted in the wind because of shipping. That sucks. It is beyond their control. Even if they did pay the extra price, they still got to wait for 3 to 4 weeks for it to come into port. Then 3 months as it passes through customs. Like right now, possibly some garage doors that I ordered back in July are finally they've been stuck in Tampa for 90 days. Now they're finally going through customs. Or I think I bought it. No, it was in July, August, September. Yeah. So right now or soon, they're going to go through customs because they had to wait in there 90 days. And then it's got to go to their warehouse and then out to their separate stores, which I'll be getting mine. But October will be when I get those. I paid for it in July, knowing that in October they'll finally get put on. So I've still got a few more weeks. I'm not going to call them until I will call them October 1st and say, hey, what's the update? I think that's fair. Because that's plenty of time. Because he told me he said they would probably get the doors in October or end of September. He said possibly.
Yeah, so Dark Tower got pushed back to early December. I knew that.
I can't believe it's still coming out this year, so that's good.
That's where my head's at a little bit. I'm impressed. I mean, I've seen what the final looks like. Like I said, I can wait. I'm not like, it's a game I really, really want, and I'm sure it'll probably be game of the year for me, whatever year it does come out. But I got a lot of things I can play in the meantime. I'm not in a rush to get that.
That's interesting. I haven't thought about that because at this point I haven't done my top 100, but I wonder what game of the year is.
I've never talked about that. I always hear other people do it, but I might do it this year.
You might do one? Yeah.
I think I already know what it is. Well, I know what it is right now.
What is it?
Necromode. It's easy. That was easy. That game was excellent.
That's the newest game you've gotten.
No, actually, it's not.
What would be mine? I think what all came in.
Because it would have been Alien Fate of Nostromo. That one's
I
like
do love that game.
on my list.
Mine, I know that I like the Escapes. Merlin was good.
Stuff, yeah.
Trying to think what else I got this year. I got Castles of Burgundy. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I didn't believe the hype for the longest on that one. Marvel United, that's a big one I got this year. Imperial Assault, which spoiler will not be.
Here's the question: do we consider Game of the Year the best game we played this year, or the best game that came out?
I consider games that I have played this year, regardless of what. Like I played Time Stories, really enjoyed that. But that's been out for years.
Camp Grizzly might be up high.
At the same time, didn't Lost Ruins of Arnak come out early this year?
Yeah.
It could have been late last year, but I didn't get it till early this year.
Yeah, you didn't get it till this year. I know that, but
that's a good one, you know. So I mean, I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah, Camp Grizzly would be high on there. I still think Necromode would beat it.
I'm looking at my thing. I got Dinner in Paris. That's a fun one. It was a new one I got this year.
Kickstarter list because
I don't know. Anthonyum was one I got very early this year. Almost forgot about that one. Maybe I should play that.
Oh, Overlord was really good. Overboss. Ooh,
you like that one?
Really good one.
Ooh, Sin Garden. There's another Queen Games one. I got that one late last year, but that's new to me. Carpe Diem. That's another Stefan Feld that I heard so many things about. Got that one. That was actually way more fun. Again, that I thought would be. People sometimes get it right. Luna was another one. I've got that Kickstarter one. Before TMG fell apart, that was the last thing I think they shipped out.
A quick ad excerpt. If y'all haven't seen Masters of the Universe, the miniatures board game by Simon, only available in the US. Check it out. Kickstarter's fire.
There you go. I got the Golden Ticket game too this year. Just trying to think of new ones.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there's probably more. I'm just kind of looking over my shelves, and now that I've kind of
Catan 3D.
Say what? Now that I've readjusted my shelves, you know, like readjusted the space on there, I can't remember what's new. I mean, I will if I just look at it. I can know if I got it this year or not. Of course, I got some expansions. I got a lot of promos. That's what I was focused on this year. So for newer games, I don't have that many or as many. But still, that'd be interesting enough to see which ones I love the best. But I guess when I do my top 100, you'll find out, right? The newest one that makes it up the highest will probably be my game of the year too. I didn't think about that, but you could count it for that too, because most likely it would. I wouldn't see how those would differ.
Yeah, I really don't know. There's a good. I played Bristol, which was a lot of fun. Swamp Through the Swamp I played this year.
You were all about Bristol. Remember when that thing came out? You were raving about the little thing. You know, that's for sale on. I saw that for sale somewhere.
It's a fun one, I think, and what I've been hearing from a lot of individuals, it seems like the Salem one is everyone's favorite or the most common favorite, based on people that have similar interests than myself. I have all of them. I need to get that one to the table. That's the one I want to skip to because they might be right. The rules are really cool, and I like the whole witch kind of time period there. I won't cheat with Unmatched because Unmatched had a bunch of sets that came out this year and more that are coming out.
Well, I mean, then if you were to ask me about expansions and stuff like that, I couldn't even tell you. I mean, I'd really have to look at it because, oh, never mind. I know who would win in expansions.
What is it?
I got Prophecy of Kings late last year, but
Prophecy of Kings for
Twilight Imperium.
Oh.
That was great. That's great. That was a TI3 killer there for me. I don't think we'll ever play TI3 again, which I'm a little sad on. I'm not ruling it out because if my gaming group ever asks for it, it's back on. But right now, the past 2 times, I've never heard a single complaint like, well, when are we going to play TI3 again? No one said that since I brought this, and then last year when I brought the expansion out, but no one said that this year yet. So
You heard it here first, kids. Matt is a hoarder, and he doesn't want to get rid of it because he has nostalgia.
no, I will possibly. But if I do, you can't sell it for anything. It's not worth anything. I would like to play the Lazax scenario. There's a scenario in the 3rd edition that we just never got around to playing. I would like to play that though, so maybe I'll keep around and play that once.
You'll get the TI4.
I told you if it hadn't been, I almost got Project Elite, the original game, to the table. We all voted it to go. I said, "Do y'all want this one or the new version?" They went, "Let's do the old version." I went, "You want to do the old version?" I'm like, sure. I was like, "All right, let's do the old version." And my buddy goes, "Wait, there's a new version?" Everyone went, "You've never played the new version? Bring it out." I was like, "Okay." We brought up the new, but to be honest, if he hadn't been there, we'd have played the old version because we still enjoy it.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, looking for a movie. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. No, you're good. What movie? Hitman's?
Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh, is that a new one?
One just came out. The first one's like
Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Is it old?
No, it's newer.
Oh yeah, then it's gonna be where you're looking.
Okay, he's gonna watch a movie now.
No, she's watching it. They're looking for it.
Oh, is that the newest one?
Huh?
Hitman's Bodyguard.
It's a newer, so it'll be in that section over there. We used to have a whole crazy amount of DVDs, but he wanted to consolidate and rebuild with just Blu-rays at 4K Ultra HD because
that's fair.
Why not?
That's fair. How's 2-player Catan?
2-player Catan.
That's called Have you played Rivals of Catan?
I haven't played anything other than base game Catan.
I love base game. Oh, by the way, folks, he has the 3D version.
Yeah,
the really nice deluxe version. It only costs $300
for each. The best part about that, I can make payments on it.
Well, you'd
5 months in advance. But no, it was something I knew I wanted. I mean, granted, the 15-year anniversary 3D edition went for like $7,000 to $8,000, and this one looks infinitely better. So I mean, worst case scenario, this one's gonna probably also be expensive because they ran this one too for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, but
dude, the Clone Wars isn't in the EU. I like Thawne. George Lucas. Oh, they going rogue in that chat. Oof. Look away.
Done. Gone.
Look away.
There's always a clown. Hey, on that thing, we'll just end it here because I got to get ready for tonight. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me, chat. We just thought we'd chit-chat a little bit, a little bit. So my girls didn't want to go to bed today, so they've been watching cartoons, and I can't sit around and watch TV. I can't. So I want to do something fun, and I thought this was fun. Now I need to start looking about games to play tonight.
That's gonna be easy.
TikTok. I gotta run out of time. I have a few ideas. Looking around here, I've had a few ideas. So, but anyway, all right. Well, thanks for joining me, guys.